Now, the person in which I've chosen to kind of focus on for Black History Month, his name is James Baldwin. And he was a civil rights activist and kind of a pioneer as an African American gay male. He worked with Martin Luther King and just a lot of the other different organizations that were out there at the time to help empower and give voice to different people. He's worked alongside other folks such as Angela Davis. So he's cited and referenced in a lot of different historical contexts. One of the unsung voices, people recognize him for his tenacity. He is a poet, he is a writer, and he really, really challenged the status quo of how the Black psyche, the Black experience, and unapologetically so. He definitely garnered that attention as a result of his perspective and challenging the status quo and always finding a way to create a space and a platform for Black people. And then challenging Black people within, our own culture to think differently and to ask the question of ourselves in terms of what we accept or what we should accept. And so for me, he's such a beacon light because he represents the things that I am not. I am naturally a little bit more withdrawn. I am naturally more introverted and in my head than I am extroverted in telling my story, behind the scenes and, helping people who love the spotlight be successful in the spotlight kind of thing. And so it's borrowing the aspects of who he is and helping me to kind of navigate forward and seeing someone like him who has gained the respect of American society and worldwide, just kind of seeing his impact and seeing how generations from his time back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and, at that time to seeing people my age and younger who still know who he is or are coming to learn who he is and just kind of finding out different things about him. So I found a quote that I use as my signature in my emails from him, and it's, "The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in." And so it automatically speaks to challenging, the status quo. It automatically speaks to, once you arrive, just because it was in this condition, does it have to be that way? And so it makes you think and ask the question, what can you bring to the table? And so in my work that I do in Sava, as I work within my team, as I work within other departments, listening is a big part of that. I think finding out what it is that the need is, reading between the lines to understand what the need is and kind of creating the moments to learn, that's a big part of this. So that way, once I receive that, I can do something with it and I can help them find their voice, help them navigate forward. A specific way that we do this, there's a call this Wednesday that I have with one of our district teams. And so it's our district director and all of her HR support and all of our various facilities. And it's really just creating this space for them to come and kind of share with us, what are your challenges? What's going on in your area right now? Walk me through one of the specific things that are going on. Part of our job is to hear that information, take it back to our group. And what we're gonna do is find the analysis, try to find root cause, give them the data to support the objectives and the intentions of what they're trying to do in the field. That is an easy way that, we're able to come in and not leave things in the same way in which we found them, by giving them the information, giving them the data, and just being a resource for them, truly being a resource for them with respect to what they care about. So as much as I have a vision for myself and my team, I can only get so far if it isn't in alignment with the organization and if it isn't in alignment with our HR leaders. So I'm hoping that helps to kind of create a little bit of context to what, we're trying to accomplish and kind of where I borrow my strength from.